Howdy folks, welcome to Druidcraft. I'm Adele, and I got inspired to make a messy mixed media painting after seeing the newly discovered dinosaur tracks here in Texas. They were made by ARcanthosaurus, a big theropod from the early Cretaceous period. Seeing big old dinosaur prints in person was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I'm not much of an outdoorsy sort of person, but seeing dinosaur prints gave me the gumption to give it a go. On the drive home, I had an image in my head of a scene with a Triceratops shooting lightning from its horns at a T-Rex, which is charging up a fire breath. So I sat down and recorded the process. Didn't quite turn out how I expected. Should have placed the T-Rex further to the right, I think, but I still had fun. Now all this got me thinking. Dinosaurs feel a bit out of place in the monster manual, don't they? When you rip through it, we got the aboleth, we got the banshee, we got the chimera, we got a whole bunch of weird and wild things inspired by mythology and folklore around the world, and then we also got dinosaurs? Mammoths and saber-toothed tigers are extinct too, but it doesn't feel so strange encountering them. It shouldn't feel that way. I mean, for goodness sakes, we're playing a game full of dragons and lizard men. What makes dinosaurs so weird? I don't know what it is, but some folks feel that dinosaurs can make a game more pulpy and sword and sorcery-esque, rather than like a good old high fantasy adventure. I can see where they're coming from, but good golly, I still want dinosaurs somewhere, no matter the genre of game I'm playing. I mean, look at them! Giant reptilian beasts stomping around, causing mayhem, making the wilds a dangerous place. Taming one would be the coolest thing ever. I'd love to play as a ranger with a baby T-Rex animal companion. I will name him Chomper and he will be my best boy. Anyway, I did some thinking while working on this picture, and I came up with 4 ways you can include dinosaurs in your D&D game. Number 1, the King Kong method. Your party has become shipwrecked, rolled a mishap on the teleport table, or even sought out this land untouched by time. Either way, they have found themselves on an isolated land full of dinosaurs. The upsides to this approach are that you have a totally new place for your players to explore. You can design your own map full of cool locations. You can come up with your own story of why this island exists and why there's dinosaurs on it. Is it stuck in a time loop? Is it the fallen, overgrown airship of an ancient advanced civilization and they kept dinosaurs as pets? Totally up to you. Another benefit, your steady state world is intact. When your players finish their adventure here, they can go back to their old world and everything will be just as it was. The downside to the King Kong approach is you have to get there. If your party's not out exploring at sea or teleporting haphazardly, this approach might not work for you. Number 2, the journey to the center of the earth method. What if there's a super cave in your underground with everything prehistoric still surviving? Maybe there's a giant earthquake which reveals the cave and releases this lost world into yours. The upsides to this approach are that wherever your party is, the adventure can appear. This is also a place where your players can explore and you can develop. Maybe this underground has a prehistoric civilization, like lizard folk or your own version of Atlantis. Maybe they used to live on the surface, but were driven underground by a catastrophe, or by an ultra-powerful entity who wanted to destroy them all. Now, thousands of years later, they live in a shadow of their old world, and they want to come back. Major con, though, is it's gonna completely bork your steady state world. I think having dinosaurs suddenly running around will make things hectic for folks in your world. If your party wants things back to the way they were, they're gonna have to find a way to close off the way to the dinosaur Underdark, which could turn out to be a fun adventure. Number 3, the Frankenstein method. A necromancer has discovered pools of tar full of the prehistoric dead, and now he's building an unstoppable army of dinosaur skeletons. Upsides to this approach, first and foremost, dinosaur skeletons are super cool, and I want one. I want to play as a necromancer who specializes in prehistoric minions. What would you call that? A paleomancer? This presents the opportunity to make totally weird and awesome skeleton monsters you can throw at your players. Also, this way your steady state world is still mostly intact, and the adventure can come to the party. The Frankenstein method has a major problem for me though. The dinosaurs are dead. Gee whiz, I already live in a world where dinosaurs are dead, so I'd probably convert this into a Jurassic Park method and have a wizard with a dinosaur zoo or something, I don't know. Number 4, the Dinotopia method. Dinosaurs are an integrated part of the world. They're wild beasts or serve functions in society, or maybe are even part of the lore of the world. They can be commonplace or extraordinarily rare and exotic. They can be beasts of burden or war mounts. If they're part of the lore of the world, what if dinosaurs were the ancestors of dragons? There's a whole lot you can explore this way. Upsides to the Dinotopia method are that it's amazing. The dinosaurs are the steady state world, and that's rad. Downsides? What downsides? It's perfect. Sure, you gotta put some work and thought into how in the world dinos function in your world, but that makes world building so fun, right? Most appealing part to me is that it makes me feel like a kid again. Who hasn't wanted to ride or make friends with or fight a dinosaur? They're awesome, mysterious, and majestic. By the way, did you know that the creator of Dinotopia, James Gurney, is here on YouTube? You should go check him out. That's all I got for you, folks. Thanks for watching. Which method would you use for your world building? Let me know in the comments below. Bye for now.